Better throw some respect on my name. Gotta remind these folks on the daily, cause I ain't really been myself as of lately. My mind's evolving and my heart is changing. Starting to see the world how it should be. It's positively sweet.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode from Boyz Man. I'm your host, Terry, Mr. King. And I'm here with your boy,
Elijah Alexander, CEO of the Alexander brand, real estate agent, podcaster, scholar.
Hey,
boy.
All in one.
Yeah, all in one.
All in one. That's it. I give you a new nickname every episode.
Almighty.
You missed the all in one.
All in one. Man.
All in one.
I'll say almighty.
Wait, damn. Hey, that's a
one for all.
Hey, I'm gonna say there.
My hero.
My hero. Say shit. Oh yeah.
And I'm Kendrell, man. Glad to be here another day next to these great fellas here.
Yes, sir. K is back in the building.
Hey. I don't know if he made that shot, but I know he shot.
Wait, is that a D in Kendrell?
Yeah.
Well, KB? But damn, but I don't know where.
It's KP. You got it on the last name.
KP. I know another KP. We ain't gonna do no KD, because KD, you trash.
Oh, no, man. Don't say that. I fuck with KD.
Shit. Think about it. Him over Giannis.
Oh, definitely Giannis.
Exactly.
Definitely.
But look,
what?
But who was the best scorer in the NBA? Was so-called KD. But what the fuck did he do when he got to the NBA? I meant to the playoffs.
Choke the life out of him.
The problem with the Nets, I say this is the problem with the Nets. They play too much individual ball instead of playing an organized team or aspect where they can all open up plays for the whole team versus just letting the two superstars do whatever the fuck they want to do.
It's too late now.
Yep. That's why Milwaukee Bucks, I'm calling it ahead of time.
You had to go that low.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all the date. So when I call this and y'all look back at this, you know, it might come out after the fact that it's over. Milwaukee Bucks and Golden State for the title.
Now who gonna win it?
Milwaukee.
Okay. In game
repeat.
Golden State in 5.
Damn.
You see what Giannis do to the motherfuckers like Golden State already?
It's LeBron.
Yeah.
In his own way.
Yeah. Look, Giannis is the new face of the NBA.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Don't let them jaw dick riders say he.
No, I ain't got. I said this before.
That'll hurt.
Hey, I said this beforehand, cause like I remember when Giannis first came to the league, he was skinny as shit, could shoot.
Yeah.
He changed, lost his shot, got up, and muscle. I know how it is. When you gain muscle, it's kind of hard. You got to readjust your shot.
Sure.
Finally got a shot back. Like, bro, Giannis is a beast.
A Greek freak.
He's a freak. That's all. That's all. and look, he did it straight. Every last one of his brothers that played in the NBA got that fucking championship ring. Yeah, and that's what's up. But no, okay. Today's episode, we're talking about cancel culture, which is a big thing ever since the Alphabet Mafia started coming in and attacking everybody. You know what the Alphabet Mafia is?
Absolutely not.
You know what Alphabet Mafia is?
Yeah, I know.
I told you already. It's the I ain't got nothing against these people.
The alphabet people.
I ain't got nothing against y'all, but it's the LGBT community.
Y'all are so funny, bro. I like that you said it like the alphabet.
That way they don't come and get me. That way they don't come. They're like, oh, you talking about us?
But see, gay people, they know what it is with me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate them.
Exactly.
I don't like that.
Exactly.
I'm just not like that.
But look, they
I
try.
don't mind being friends with nothing.
Exactly. Just don't try me.
Exactly.
You know, y'all might be a
There's a lot of exactly's going around.
Exactly. Look, I treat you just like a regular person. But no, because I know it's funny when I look at this nowadays because the way when they caught wind and stuff, they started voicing their opinions. There's nothing wrong with that. But then you get on the other people for voicing their opinions. And then if it's something that you don't like, you try to hurry up and get them canceled and do all this other stuff. And it's just like...
So they actually have the ability to cancel me.
Oh, yeah.
And now we ain't talking about what that next city council.
No, we talking about, bro, like get you kicked off, You get stuff taken down, bro. Look, cancel culture done cancel Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Trying to cancel Chris Brown so many times.
Is it just me, or is it like gay people's form of cancel culture is like along the lines of women's cancel culture? Like, say if you accuse somebody of rape or type shit, that shit will fuck up your career. But you nowadays, if you accuse a nigga of being homophobic, bro, that's your career is a wrap, bro.
Yeah, it's just as bad. Cause like women cancel culture, and I feel like the LGBT community cancel culture is.
NHD, that sounds weird though.
I think she put me out there.
Oh, okay.
But like those cancel cultures are like go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only person that's not defended in that is the man. The man is the only one that's not protected in cancel culture. Like, can we cancel some of these females that lie about all this stuff? Like, please.
So have you ever done anything in your life to say, I should have probably got canceled for that?
If I look back at anything I did in my life, like early on, bro, I'm being counseled. Like, think
is it morals? Like,
but like, and this thing about it, I say it's because it came up in a different time. Like, I'm 30, so a lot more stuff were more accepted then.
exactly.
But like, think about it, South Park alone. South Park alone.
Adult Swim, bitch.
Exactly. Adult Swim, Dave Chappelle show. Like,
Oh,
I to be honest, I love Dave Chappelle.
yeah, me too.
I'm like, people, and this is what get me with people trying to cancel Dave Chappelle or comedians in general. It's their form of art.
Mm-hmm.
It's comedy. I mean, it's a joke.
And it's subjective.
It's objective. It's supposed to be
might be
objective.
talking about you, but everybody else gonna laugh, and that sucks.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Think about it now. If I'm talking about them, and you laugh.
Exactly.
Why are you not feeling the same way?
Mm-hmm. Because it's not about you.
Exactly. That's the whole problem. When it's about, do you think it's all about you?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you shouldn't be saying that. But think about how many jokes that women or the alphabet mob say about other people that we feel like, hey, I don't like what you're saying. Let me cancel you because that's not right for you to say this thing about me. If it goes the opposite direction, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't be as quick to, like, going back to our other episode, let your emotion get the best of you. Because the dude just jumped on stage and tried to kill Dave Chappelle and got his ass beat, deservingly. Because, like, bro, it's a freaking joke. Everybody's too sensitive these days when it comes down to, they're like, oh, they talking about me.
I blame this on Will Smith though.
Yeah.
I think Will Smith kind of made it to where like people feel like they can just run up on anybody.
And they said that was gonna happen.
Crazy.
And they said that was gonna happen too. And I ain't believe them. But
look, people started looking at it like, okay, he jumped up on stage. Well, he all he did was jump up on stage and tackle him.
no, he had
But what if he had a
he had a knife on him.
He did. He had
feel me?
he had a fake gun that had a knife
So
inside.
now you actually, I feel like it's going to be so many safety precautions that go into shows and concerts now,
Yes.
just because of that Will Smith shit.
But also, bro, they gonna run into the right one.
they ain't even do that to Dwayne
They gonna
Johnson.
do the right one.
Look, they said Busta Rhymes, Jamie Foxx,
Come on.
all of them beat. They all backstage say, "Oh, bro, you trying to get on one of
Oh,
them?"
me, it's
Hey,
over with.
the way that dude was looking, he deserved what he got. But unfortunately, I'm sorry it had to happen to him that way. But like, bro, if people like, I know how they're gonna try to twist this narrative. They go like, "Oh man, why it took all y'all them?" Like, bro, why did he put himself in that predicament to go and try to attack somebody? Because he got offended by a joke. You know how many times black people get offended by a black joke and everything?
We joke each other.
Exactly.
How you that hurt?
Exactly. It's like, it's their form of work to make jokes about people and make jokes about themselves.
You came to my show.
You came to my show to
You
see.
was gonna hear
You came to my show. You were on my ticket, and you know what I talk about.
Exactly.
If Bernie Mac was still alive, oh,
Bro, he was getting
all y'all, he was been in all y'all asses already. And look, and you would what you gonna do? Cancel Bernie Mac? Bernie Mac would say,
They
I
would
don't
have
give a
tried. They would have tried.
Think about it. But no,
Yeah,
like,
Bernie Mac was still like, I don't think that Chris Rock shit would have went down like that.
I don't know, Bernie Mac would have came out with the guns, said, oh, no, we'll.
No, what you mean by that? Though?
Yeah, but yeah.
Like, well, Bernie Mac was like Chris Rock's OG, like, he wasn't having that shit. Like,
Okay.
there's even a video of Bernie Mac saying, like, bro, you not hitting Chris.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Type shit.
Oh, yeah, because England, when they did the movie Head of State,
Mm-hmm.
man, like, you could tell, like, certain people that grooms other people and sort of help them. Bernie Mac was like, he's the godfather of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's so many other great comedians out there, but when you think about like the kings of comedy, they had the four of them. Steve Harvey, which was probably the lower king, no offense Steve, but like at that time, he even admitted it.
I was about to say the entertainer. Did he
No,
even get up there?
No, Seth was like, I say he was the second ranking on that king of comedy.
Okay.
Now, you got, it's like, I think it go like this. Bernie Mac, it was Cedric. Then the two that was on the bottom was Ugly. What's the name? The Ugly guy, bro. What's his name? No,
Oh, DJ Lee. Oh,
yeah,
D.L. Hughley.
DL Ugly.
yeah, DL.
DL, and then Bernie Mac was probably on the same though. Oh no, not Bernie. I meant Steve.
I didn't know DL was that funny though. I just
Yeah.
grew up watching the shows,
Yeah,
like a little TV show.
he has his jokes, but honestly, I feel like Chris Rock could have came in and probably been on the same level as Steve and DL, and made that show even more better. So, and also I be wondering now, cause going back, I know it's off topic, but you know how Chris and Will Smith slapped Chris.
Yeah.
I be thinking like, damn, what did Martin Lawrence thinking about this whole thing? Because the difference between Will and Martin started off as a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at his, like, the Martin, he first started with Def Jam, hosting them, and then he went to the Martin Show.
Which is funny as fuck.
But the thing about it, you were also a co-star with Bad Boys and a lot of other things with Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So you like, damn, like, man, that joke just, back to cancel culture. Back to cancel culture. So what y'all think, if this culture sort of keep going the same way it's going now, what is it going to end up looking like?
Men are not gonna be able to like be themselves,
That is true.
or like people are not gonna be able to express their true thoughts,
Yeah.
on how they really feel about shit.
And if we're having problems with it now,
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna be a problem. Like nobody wants to talk anymore.
Or people who, I look at it like eventually it's gonna get to the point where people who can stand on their own type shit, those are gonna be looked at as like the left. You know how they look at the white supremacists, white left wing
Yeah.
type people. That they're gonna look at people who can stand on their own and like not give a fuck. Like
As a leader?
Yeah, as a leader, like just being like fuck them niggas.
Yeah.
Like Dave Chappelle or even Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Like standing on 2 feet about whatever the fuck they say.
Yeah. Because, to be honest, I'm like, I don't mind your sexuality.
Yeah.
And like, people try to say, like, you on television now, they're supposed to be able to, like you got, they trying to force it on you. And they try to say we force this way of living on them as well too, which in a way I can understand. But it's not really that we force it. It's like, bro, have you ever came out and told your truth? It took you so long to come out and tell your truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like you like, bro, this is the way of life, how you been living. That's how I'm looking at it. I don't want none of y'all people to get mad at me and come cancel me and none of this stuff. This is just my opinion and my viewpoint. Not trying to talk crap about y'all. But when you try to, it's like, even in the cartoons these days, like they want to make it all like normal and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's okay to have a girl and girl relationship. It's okay to have a guy and guy relationship. But I feel like it should be subjective to like what you like. Kids, let them develop the way they think on their own, not like something
They seeing it.
Exactly, because like kids at a young age are sponges.
Yeah.
Soaking it up.
And they soaking it up. That's why, like, as much as I hate to admit it, I don't let my son watch or listen to Old Town Road no more. Because what's that dude's name that even saw that? I don't even remember his name no more.
Nas X.
Lil Nas X. Like, bro, half the shit I was like, time and place.
Yeah.
I understand it's your form of art. Like, even with art is subjective. Like, kids, kids should not be, and it's like, it's not my point to say what all kids should be watching and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at, if you had kids, and y'all remember his music video with the devil and all of those stuff, and like the other one, he's in jail and all this stuff. Either way, I don't want my kids listening to rap music about drugs, money, weed, and all that stuff in jail. So I'm like, even country music about that stuff, I don't like them listening to that stuff. I'm like real particular about what I allow them to listen to, because everything you listen to is absorbed in your mind.
Yeah.
But think about it, y'all had kids. Would y'all even allow that to go down like that?
It's hard to say, man, because I feel like at a young age too, I'm gonna let you be as innocent as possible.
Exactly.
So you can grow up and, be your own person. But just imagine the times I'm not there. Let's just say you go to school. A lot of the shit you learn at school.
Yeah.
Like about the women, sexual,
Oh, yeah.
all that type of shit. You learn it from your friends at school or kids in the neighborhood. But I feel like once we start trying to control our kids to the point where, all right, let's say you got a girl or a guy who back in high school was so sheltered.
Yeah.
He goes off another state, let's just say out of town to college. Buck wild.
Yeah.
Because, I've never experienced this, and I'm going to see it for all this, for all there is, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like I'm going to do it to a certain extent, because one person I don't want to be is a hoverer.
Yeah.
That'll make them go off and do some shit. Well, you never allowed me to do this.
I want to check this out.
Exactly. So, I'm going to talk to them about everything that I feel like I need to. And if my wife, if I'm still with her by that time, she gonna have her own little take on what she feels like the child needs to know.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be too hard on her because I know that you could be doing worse shit, way worse shit.
Yeah.
What about you?
And if I would have kids, I would just instill in them like to be able to stand on your own, like fuck with everybody. But I'm letting you know, like, I'm not fucking with certain shit. Like, I don't got nothing against gay people or none of shit. But I don't want to be around that shit.
True.
Like, I don't want to be around, like, I don't want to see men kissing.
Mm-hmm.
That shit that I personally, I don't want to see shit like that.
Yeah,
But I know that they say, like, would you want to see women kissing? Like how most people try to turn.
I mean, I don't really want to see that either.
Oh.
But, like,
I used to get referrals for PDA my dang self. So I was like, dang, there should be a referral.
I mean, but it's like, it's a time and place for that shit.
Yeah.
If my kids are with me, type shit, bro, nah, bro. You don't need to be seeing that.
Yeah.
Or, like, fucking, when it comes to portraying that shit on TV, like,
True.
I personally don't see no reason for kids to be watching grown men acting like females or dressing like females. And it's just me. This ain't y'all. Like, this me. Like, I don't see, like, if you a man type shit, and you got a boy trying to become a man type shit, there should be no reason why a man is out here just watching two grown ass men kissing and dressing like women and acting feminine type shit.
Because it rewires their brain. Like,
Yeah, it rewires them. Like, bro, like, I say, wait till they get of a certain age. It's like, if you feel like you want to do that shit, but I'm gonna let them know up front. Like,
I want to say feminine. Let's say more dressing like. But then, all right, because what I learned back in English history, one of them damn classes. So actually, the first people that actually wear heels were actually men.
Oh, the ones in the cape,
the
gowns and the hair.
And like we was the first ones that actually wore skirts and kilts and everything. So like I can see some of them like what they talk like what they wear is like gender neutral stuff.
yeah.
Like I got a friend who about to have a kid and they want to buy gender neutral colors and everything else too because they're not trying to say, oh no, this way because you're a girl you wear this and you're a boy you wear this. I look good in pink, but not trying to say it. it's because it's really just a color. But I'll say like, where it comes with cancel culture when it comes down to like the people that don't want to see that. Cause like they say, oh, you don't like this. Oh well, I'm gonna cancel you because you're talking up because you're not accepting my way of living. I'm like, it ain't not me not accepting your way of living. I just don't want to see it broadcast, just like you don't want to see my way of living broadcast.
Yeah.
I feel like the cancel culture need to stop so that the minds can come together and not be in a defensive state. They'd be like, no, well, where I'm living, I feel like it's right, and you're wrong. It's like it's all, and that's subjective in a way because in everybody's eyes, the way they do things is right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like, I just don't want the cancel culture to be like, oh, because this is what my right is, so what your right is wrong.
Yeah.
Because now you're like, bro, you basically doing the same thing to people what you don't want done to you.
I'm looking at it too from a standpoint of even like with kids, like
Yeah.
me having kids type shit. It's like, I feel with anything, even if it's the whole gay issue, LGBT, whatever, I feel like people need to have some type of structure.
Yeah.
Like, while it's cool, like if niggas in 2022 want to be gay, that's cool with them. But I feel like when you start trying to take the structure of like a household, of a traditional household or whatever, I think that's where like chaos follows. Because after a while, you know, alright, so you let the kids see the gay shit. Then, what's next? You know, like, or letting kids see the gay shit. Or letting women run around and do whatever the fuck they feel like, and men shut up completely.
Yeah.
You taking away the regulation. I feel like it's certain shit, whether the shit is right or wrong, I feel like structure is needed.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like structure is always needed in any circumstance.
Yeah.
But
even if like, not saying that these people are right, so say like leaders are banning the gay shit, right?
Yeah.
That's still structure though.
Yeah.
So if this is what we following, this is what we following.
Yeah.
I feel like America is getting kind of to a standpoint to where it's like, it's becoming too much of a free-for-all to where niggas is gonna like self-the-fucking-struct. This shit is gonna be chaotic in like 50 years.
But only thing I have to disagree about with the structure is because I'm rebellious. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a rebel. That's why I can make it in the military. Because I hate it, like, oh, this is what I have to do. So the structure part is kind of, that, I don't know if anybody really likes structure, for real, and trying to conform. Because every time you find a structure, you try to rebel and find your own way. But I know they should be getting to a place where now everything is more accepted. Because I remember in high school, I had a friend. I feel like everybody knew he was gay. He just didn't come out and say he was gay. And he came out to me. He's like, bro, I gotta tell you something. And he's like, I'm gay. I was like, yeah, we know.
Oh, really?
He's like, what? I was like, how? I was like, bro, everybody knew you was gay. Like, bro, we ain't gonna treat you different because. I just say, but now you in the bathroom, don't be looking over. But I think that's always a joke you always want to say.
Yeah.
Just try to lighten up the mood.
It'll make them laugh.
Just make them laugh. He's like, man, I was like, all right, hey, you trying to say I'm not your type?
You ain't my type.
You ain't my type. I'm not your type. But like, at the same time, it's like, because I also got a friend that I met back when I worked in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's real flamboyant. Like, even now that he wear the wigs and everything else too. Like, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
He true to who he is.
For sure.
And like, boom. And he about his business. Like, he a nurse, take care of his shit, got a relationship, blah, blah, blah. Boom, he been true to him. And like, I'm not about to tell you, like, no, don't be true to yourself. I just hate when it comes down to like, all right, you want to live your truth. But now you're not going to let everybody else live
Let me
theirs.
live my truth.
Yeah.
Type shit.
He's like, everybody got to accept it. And I look at it like this. Nobody, not everybody going to accept me. Not everybody going to accept you. No one going to accept, all everybody going to accept you. Not everybody going to accept everything everybody do. But the realization, like, bro, this is what America was supposed to be built on, that they don't hardly practice. You got the right to be whoever you want to be. Freedom of speech, boom. But when you come around to cancel somebody else's freedom of speech, it's just, you're doing the exact same thing you didn't want to do unto you to everybody else. And now you're going back in circles. Instead of now, you're like, oh, the toxic masculinity, now you got this toxic, whatever you want to call it, because I don't even know what to call it. And now like, bro, you can't even say nothing because you got to worry about who's going to get offended.
See, now that's the thing, though. I feel like all that's stemming from social media and being broadcasted on TV and shit. Cause you would have never try to cancel. That's what they go call it.
Yeah.
You can't cancel me.
I'm going to say whatever.
I feel like you on that. I don't get on social media anyway. So if you on that bit bad talking me, fuck you and whoever liking that post, guys.
Like it twice. Like it twice. And call my phone.
Also, without it, though, I do feel like if we didn't have social media today, that the gay conversation wouldn't be a conversation.
Exactly.
What about the
certain shit?
What about the women though? Cancel culture. Cause you see how they tried to cancel Johnny Depp and they blackballed him, and like a lot of these other people the same thing too. Like cancel Will, like they trying to cancel a lot of things.
Without social media, I don't think it would be that detrimental.
Yeah.
Because I look at social media as like, and how women utilize it is like, women are emotional. So women, when they are emotional, when they down bad, they want to be like, everybody come to my rescue, or everybody come feel bad for me.
They want to bring everybody down to their level.
Yeah. So when you do that on social media, it's like, oh, when I'm scrolling down my timeline, oh damn, she's going through it. Let me send her $5 type shit.
I don't send no money. To be honest, I never send no female money. When I see somebody like that, I always do a like, go to DM. They want to come over. And I was that guy that was like, oh yeah, bad. And then pull up, next you know, pull it back out, and then go on about my business. And then later on, I think they be doing better. I be doing better. But then it's just, I know what you're saying.
I got me, baby.
But continue.
Yeah, but if we didn't have social media, like a lot of this shit wouldn't be the way it is.
Yeah.
Cause it's giving everybody. It's giving everybody an open view of what the fuck you got going on. Mm-hmm. And also, it's like, it's only showing your narrative.
Yeah, and it making them feel like they can have an opinion about anything that they need. Like people, I feel like people don't understand, like all this stuff is opinionated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like your viewpoint on somebody else stuff, that's your viewpoint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you may have some people that have some similar viewpoints.
But a whole different perspective.
But a whole different perspective.
A whole different background.
A whole different background. And now you like, oh yeah, now you found a little group of people. Like, oh yeah, if it's not my way of thinking, it's wrong. I can go back to like religion now. Like think about it, back in the day, Christianity, the band. And then the same thing with Judaism, or all the other stuff, like Muslims, and even in general. Like the whole thing about all the religions, they trying to say, oh, mine is right and yours is wrong.
Right.
Who the fuck gives a fuck what they believe in? If they act, I look at how they act, the actions of the person.
Right.
What should matter is the action of the person. Because, think about it, just because the dude is a different religion than you can't be friends with him. You can't, just because he looks different than you, think about it. Like,
he might not even have a religion.
Exactly.
But just because he don't believe what you believe.
Then you like, oh no, bro, get the fuck out of here. You can't be a part of it. Like, bro, no, the thing about this world that would be so beautiful is that we understand, like, bro, our differences is what should bring us together, not tear us apart. Mm-hmm. Most people let that shit tear us apart. And now look at us now. We fucked. We're down, we're screwed. Because no matter how we try to twist it or turn it, we got to be cautious. Even though you're supposed to have freedom of speech. But you gotta be cautious because you say the wrong thing and you can say the right thing about you to your state, but it's the wrong person catch the whip of it. Your whole image could be
Changed.
Fucked up. Especially like when you in real estate. They like, oh no, don't go to him, boom, boom. And that fuck up your whole livelihood.
Yeah.
Now you think about this.
Word of mouth is dangerous.
Exactly. And say like they got you canceled or us canceled or whatever. They ain't just, they thinking like this, oh yeah, I ain't gotta hear his viewpoint no more. Because we don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear my viewpoint, don't go on my fucking page. But now you just fucked up his whole livelihood.
Yeah.
It's how you take
all because somebody disagreed with you.
Yeah. Exactly. Just because you disagree, you trying to make sure I can't feed my kids.
Right.
I can't take care of my stuff because I didn't agree with your viewpoint and I had my own viewpoint.
And it's also making people, going back to like the toxic relationship shit, it's making people nowadays feel like they have to walk on eggshells to protect their job or protect whatever they got going, their livelihood.
Because the job's gonna be woke now.
Yeah.
Man, I was woke before woke was woke, and y'all ain't give a fuck back then. But now because you like, oh, y'all didn't say nothing and this was harassment, bro. I'm like, bro, you know how many times y'all harassed me with this extra stuff? Like, my coworker said this best. Shout out to Mr. T. Mr. T, baby, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you come. So you know, hey, what? And look, I stole your name, so when I'm around here, everybody call me T. But look, he said this. He's like, bro, he told me how telemarketers, they be calling and trying to force everything on you. He's like, tell him straight up, I was like, bro, why are you raping me? He's like, what? At first, I was like, what? He's like, think about it. They trying to force me to listen to what they gonna do after I told them I do not want to do it. Like, that's the same thing with like all these people. You can't force your way of living on me. I can't force my way of living on you. But we can sit around and talk and figure out a way we can live in the same world together and get along and coexist.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, most people don't want to coexist. No, I feel like if we take away the extremes of everything, like going all the way out the extremes, like yeah, there's an equal, there's a middle ground where everything can exist and like everybody can have their viewpoints and grow. But the likelihood of that happening, slim to none.
Yeah.
Slim to none. Damn.
So let's say for a regular person, let's say y'all didn't have, that business, the podcast and shit.
Oh.
You said something, first off, let's say you did get on social media, boom. And then the cancel culture came and how could they cancel somebody who isn't
Even image.
exactly?
I feel like they try to make sure
taint your image enough just by going on Facebook or something and talking shit about you?
They can't. I think what I say is like, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Cause a lot of times when you like in a mix of like the main media or like you in corporate America, those people have a say on what the fuck you got going on. But if you built your shit from the ground up, and if your people fucking with you, whether it's the podcast, the business, or whatever, them niggas gonna fuck with you regardless. Like
exactly. But nowadays you got these friends that like they so strong on what they believe that if you got something that you don't believe that goes against that, they're like, oh, you talking out of hate. I was like, oh, this is my viewpoint.
They see that you're going against the grain.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with going against the grain. Like I told one friend I voted with Donald Trump in 2016. He literally was like, bro, we can't be friends no more. I'm like, because I made the decisions based on who I felt was better at that time. He's like, yeah. I was like, bro, that time what sense did that fucking make?
He probably wasn't even saying it on the aspect of all the policies and everything he's gonna bring in. He just said, man, we got our first chance to get a black person. Well, kind of black.
It was Hillary. Hillary was coming in. I was like, really, she ran a piss poor campaign, and every politician, I don't trust none of them
at all.
And to be honest, she's the reason why the 3-strike rule, and she called us, what she call those, animals or
super predators.
Super predators.
Yeah.
and started all this other stuff, this stereotypical stuff about African American men
That's a
and
fact.
women. So I'm like, and Donald Trump, he was on Oprah back in the day before he even said, he said what he was going to do and run for president. And he did, look, I went on this. The action owns your word. Donald Trump said, I'll run as a Republican, tell them whatever they want to hear, and I get in and become president.
And that's exactly what he did.
And he did exactly that.
I personally, I don't believe Trump is a racist.
I don't.
I feel like he's
He
seen a
gangster.
group of people
That he know he can
that these die hard.
and manipulate.
White supremacists, they die hard. Whoever their leader is, they die hard.
Donald Trump actually did more for the black community than Obama did. And every time I tell my grandma that, like, oh, can't believe you. I told my uncle I was a Republican. That man's like, what? A Republican? He's like, what you mean you're a
Martin Luther
Republican?
King was a Republican.
Exactly. Cause look,
Ain't nobody breaking that time.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk about that.
but like all of a sudden it's like, oh, we Democrat, we supposed to be Democrat. I was like, they ain't did shit for us. Republicans ain't really did shit for us either.
That's how I feel when people try to talk about that. That nigga ain't never paid for my bills.
I know.
Like, he probably opened up some jobs where I still got to sign
Anything when Obama was in office, bro, we was getting killed like dogs. Like, bro.
And that because and the only and I watched a documentary, and I really felt like because they seen a black man get to the supposed to be the top office in the country, the hate just got even worse. So it's like I can't kill you, so I'm gonna start giving y'all even harder.
Bro, that's crazy as fuck because now I realize that was all going on.
But also,
Yeah.
Obama would never speak on it.
And
Cancel culture.
But
He
look,
wouldn't speak on
but
it.
look,
But that was before cancel culture.
no, but and look, I agree because I know like a lot of people want him to speak on it.
Yeah.
But I watched a documentary.
Or at least acknowledge it is wrong.
I know he did talk about it at points, especially when Trayvon, because Trayvon Martin really hurt him to the teeth. But I watched that documentary, and the way everything was against him at that time, he really couldn't talk about it. He tried to make, because he like this, I'm the first black person. So they look for me to do anything to try to divide us more than unite us. And he tried to make it seem like, oh yeah, no race is more important than the human race. And I know he wanted to say stuff about it, probably couldn't. But the problem I had with Obama is when the government shut down in 2012. And he gave the bailout to the corporations versus the people. Like, eventually, like, yeah, if you would have paid the people instead of just paying the corporations, the money would have been back into the corporations because that's how
Supply
and demand works.
Go bad.
Not versus giving it to the companies. They build them out for that shit. See, when we had the thing, when COVID hit and everything, that's why Trump
Trump better than that.
he gave me even though it was just $1,400, but shit. No other president, if people want to count Donald Trump, look, Donald Trump is just like every other person. Because think about this, everybody said something eventually that probably offended somebody. Because they talk about all the time, they try to cancel Donald Trump, like grabbing the pussy. Like back in that time when he said that, I was like,
That's like
I was like, shit. That's how I be talking like.
But it's just the fact that you were groping women. That's fucked up.
But they about the spring break and in the clubs.
Yo, but let's
But
be
see, I ain't
real.
on that mentality.
In high
None of the niggas I fuck
school,
with do
I mean, I never did no crazy shit like that. But in high school, bro, females was getting groped
Yeah.
willingly. All crazy.
And they got the
See,
homecoming dances and everything. I had girls groping up on me.
It's
Say about the one they gonna say about the girls groping me. Cancel them women that groping. Cancel women that grope. And I cancel women that
no. They don't want it.
Hey, cause look, that's the thing about it. Because when it comes down to these, they always want to punish what the man do, and cancel that versus what women do. Cause like they instead of canceling Johnny Depp, they should have canceled his damn wife. She cut the damn finger off. But like, think about it. I don't know if y'all ever been on spring break before. Oh yeah. Okay.
All right,
man.
been on it, but have we enjoyed it to your?
All right, so look.
I probably haven't.
You feel me?
When I was coming up, cause I got a family that lived in Panama City, and that's back when the Girls Gone Wild was like a big thing. So when I was in middle school and high school, suppose that lifestyle, like, damn, I seen my first pair of real titties that was in the family, like, walking in with my grandma and my mom on stage in real life. I'm like, ah! I was like, oh! And I was like, dang, like, think about all that stuff someone did back then.
Yeah.
Now imagine this, you into they found out you blew up and you're famous now. And everything was consensual back then. Now they come and say, yeah, back then he was fooling, I was drunk, this and third. Cancel culture coming. Hey, we got cancel, he did it. I was like, bro, you gotta think about times and eras. During that time and era, everybody was turning up, having fun, spring break. The females didn't have morals. I seen females doing things on the beach that shouldn't be done on the beach, but it was alright doing it on the beach. And like, man, like, it was spring break having fun. But like, it's so crazy that you gotta think about the stuff you said back in the past. If you get to a certain level of success. Because think about it, what they did to Bill Cosby, what they can do with any celebrity, they can find a way to pull up something or find somebody you don't even freaking know. They say they know you and hooked up with you. And use that against you to turn you to a way where they can cancel whatever you got going on. And just derail your trail. It's crazy.
I think that's the power of, I think that's why it's very important to build your own fan base. As far as like, if people fucking with you, they fucking with you. Regardless of the fuck shit.
Yeah.
Versus, trying to get engraved into
pleasing
everybody, American society, because one thing I noticed about American culture, bro, they'll build you up, make you a shit ton of money, but shit, they will happily tear your ass back down, take all your money, put your ass in jail.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, what have you done for me lately type shit.
That's why I say make sure you have a diverse group of friends.
Oh, yeah.
Because look, if you have every black person need a white friend. An Asian friend, a Latino friend. Every person, every race need one friend of every culture. Because I'm gonna let you know right now. Not everybody that you think is your homeboy that right there in front of you have your back like these people got you.
It's a fact.
A stranger can have your back more
Than your family.
That's a fact.
And they can help you get to another level in life. But we're gonna keep on this
no new friends.
part. Man, we ain't never gonna get nowhere. Cool. I guarantee you go to jail and you have a white friend, you call him, that come down there.
3 o'clock in the morning. Hello?
No, it's like, what's going on?
Hey, now see, my white friend don't talk like that.
No, I know, they don't talk like that.
Sound like me.
But look, but when they get there, they gonna talk like that. They're like, hello? Yes, wait, what? They going down there. They gonna argue your whole case for you. This is, I am appalled. This did not really happen. He is not that type. I was like, exactly, you don't know me for 2 days. I was like, white people coming back for you, like, I fuck with all races. I ain't got no hate to no race. Back in the day, I kind of did in a sort of portion.
Yeah.
But that's because like when all this stuff was going on, and people always saying like, oh,
and
they
stories your granddad and stuff was telling you.
Yeah, and not even that, like the Black Lives Matter shit is the reason they blew up. Like that whole era, but it's still going on. Like people like I see, that's like, oh, Blue Lives Matter. I was like, but then I started thinking like this, like, bro, that's their opinion. And they want to sit down with me and talk to me about my opinion. I can show them the picture.
For sure. But I see, this is kind of off topic, but that whole scenario, like the whole Black Lives Matter era, I removed myself from like that whole stigma because I started realizing like, bro, the organization itself, bro, they was mishandling the money.
Yeah.
That money wasn't even.
There was a feminist black woman that was running it, and she was, So think about it, you over here saying Black Lives Matter, but you're a feminist and you hate men.
Yeah.
But then...
So you hate black men?
And they recently got on her about buying a $6 million mansion. With them funds.
Because you taking it?
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's hard to find an actual good person in life.
They're going to be genuine about what they do.
Do I at all?
Well, because, hey, that's why I just say I pray to
God and whoever everybody pray to, that keep me humble and keep me on the straight and narrow. And like, you never know, because when you're out in that world, temptation is a mother.
Don't trust me. He right there at your doorstep.
Right there knocking, looking at you like, it's right there for you. You just
gotta take a sign on the dotted line.
Just come here. Come to me. And then boom. The whole
shit.
Exactly. Temptation is the root of all evil. Not money.
The love of money.
No, I think people gotta love money. Because money helps you take care of everything you need to take care of. But the temptation on how you get the money.
See,
That's
I
a fact.
thought you
That's
were
a
right.
fact.
I was about to say, because you could be tempted just because somebody has, but
Look, think about this.
Shit, you could sell 50 bricks.
Exactly.
boy.
Like say you're a drug dealer, right? You get your money. Like, yeah, you selling this. But like, that's how you feel like is right. You made your money by working out and doing anything too. But like, say like this, the temptation of somebody around you looking at it like, bro, you right there, I can just shoot him right now and take his money. Like, that's blood money. And on top of that, that's drug money. Even like people that do cricket stuff with business. How you got that? If you follow money, there's a crime behind every wealth plan.
That's a fact.
Follow the money. The money never leads you wrong.
numbers don't lie. Huh?
Numbers don't lie, but people do die.
Be over it. But nah, shit, T.I. said something back in the day. He was like, it was back in one of his songs.
Yep.
And just, he was saying, we was in a country little town, and if I just had told him to, get back in the car, not to kill Shawty, he still would have been here.
Yep. Oh, the one, I know his homeboy.
No, they say I can't blame myself, but I still ain't forgave myself.
Yeah.
Forgave myself. That's the song, you man.
Yep. And he went to jail behind that shit anyway.
Yeah, bro, which is crazy as fuck. This is why I love T.I. so much. He was like, shit, I already had shit going on in my life where I had enemies. You know what I'm saying? So I had, this is probably off top of it.
No, you're right. You're on top of it.
But shit, I had enemies, so I had to protect myself or keep myself armed. I was, young and I couldn't have a gun on me because I had a felony.
Yeah.
But then I also got enemies, so it's like I'm right in the middle. This is a catch-22.
Yeah.
Either you lose your life or you lose your freedom.
Yeah.
But I'd rather lose my freedom than my life any day.
Yeah.
But to get myself in that predicament, say, so many people have crawled for me to walk to get to this point right here where I don't have to do that stuff. Because he didn't do it just because, I want to do it just for the fame and the rich. I mean, do you see where I'm living?
Yeah.
Do you see what's around me right now? Well, of course I remember where I come from.
Yeah.
That don't mean I'm going to be there all my life.
Exactly. Gotta get yourself out. Because if you ever try to bring up the hood and develop it, as soon as they realize that's a black business or that's you that own it, they're gonna rampage you and everything.
That's a fact.
So we need to cancel culture that part. Of hey, cancel culture, cancel the right things y'all need to cancel, not opinions.
Yeah. Because you got opinions damn self.
Exactly.
I know you'll see about to walk in, ooh, that dress just don't look good.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm gonna cancel you for you saying that shit about me.
Exactly. So you have a freedom of speech, but also remember that words do hurt. But if you're going to a comedy show where this nigga's talking about the LGBT
just don't go.
community,
Take yourself out of that situation.
That's a fact.
Yeah. And what about you? What do you think about the cancel culture? What do you think?
About cancel culture?
Yeah. Closing out. What
I think eventually, I'm an avid supporter of the people who stand on 10 toes.
Yeah.
So even if your views are fucked up, but you standing on that shit, I respect that shit. I respect that shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you standing on your shit, man, stand on your shit. Like,
Facts.
fuck cancel culture. Cause at the end of the day, after we get to a certain point in life, bro, like
this shit ain't gonna matter.
It's not gonna matter.
Facts.
Plus, if you able to be canceled, somebody will always have the one up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you standing on 10 toes, you got this shit, like, the people fucking with you, regardless, bro, ain't nobody gonna cancel you, bro.
Your name.
Gotta control your power.
Control your power.
Yeah.
That's why I say shit, running around here, trying to please everybody. It's always gonna be somebody. Let's say in a world of billions of people.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have that one person that's like, I don't fuck with that guy.
Bad.
But running around trying to please everybody is a fool's errand.
Yeah.
You're never gonna make everybody
No.
happy. So why can't you just be happy? Be happy with the person you are.
Exactly. Cause like really, I look at it like this: the people that more likely trying to counsel you or they hating on you don't even know you.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Never had a convo
They had a
with you.
convo with you because if they probably just have a conversation with you, they wouldn't think how they think,
Mhm.
and they understand the opinions of yours. Cause that's having a conversation, which I'm hoping we open the door to have these conversations one day soon, hopefully. But stop trying to counsel people based off of just your viewpoints. Like, if you don't know their true story, you don't know their whole story, you don't know what actually go wrong, you just hear the little snippet.
Right.
Because just look at how these celebrities, you hear this first thing you heard, now you based off of that, and then later on you find out like that shit that was said was not true.
Mhm.
Now you done cancel the wrong person, and you just fucked up their whole.
Over fucking rumor.
Is that over a rumor, and you fucked up their whole livelihood.
Yeah.
So cancel culture need to end, because if you don't end, it's just going to keep ruining people's
Reps.
reputation and their
Lives.
lives. Exactly. But
The one thing I would want to end off on is never give anybody the power to take you out.
yeah,
If that makes sense. Like, don't have nobody like, bro, if you built some shit from the ground up and you got some shit going on, don't give nobody the power to tear all that shit up.
yeah.
Like, stand on your shit.
And
Just what?
keep. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I thought you were going to start promoting like you lean back.
Oh, yeah,
just
I'm standing on this shit. Yeah,
Yeah, check out the Alexander brand.
yeah, got me some quality body oils,
Yes, sir.
perfumes, cologne.
That euphoria go hard, man.
Bang, all of it go hard. You know.
Hey, what's the price? You said 20 for one?
25 a bottle,
Okay.
30 for two.
30 for two. Go and get your
Hey,
deal.
go ahead and get two. Cause look, that's on the really $15 a bottle, y'all.
Take that euphoria. I might have to put this in my pocket and walk up out of here.
What's up?
You right about that. Hey, stand on what y'all believe, but don't be mad when somebody else don't believe the same thing you do. I want to thank y'all again, my co-hosts again.
sure, man.
Another Fire Behind episode. Make sure y'all check it out. Hey, we got a lot of stuff coming on soon. Be on the lookout for TMB Productions coming real soon.
Yeah, that's your new venture, ain't it?
Yeah, new ventures, new everything. Like my friend Mr. Alexander would say, Mr. AB, Mr. All One for All.
And all
All for one. So his execution. But this is the lifestyle. My lifestyle for now is just massive action. Take massive action and focusing and grinding. But keep y'all circles tight. If your friends don't have the same view on you, don't fight about it. Just accept what it is that you can control and just go on about the day. And let's just be better people and human beings. But I want to say I love y'all. Thank y'all again. Oh, dang, I'm forgetting my closing remarks. Hey, remember, how big would you dream if you know you're going to fail? And dream big dreams, because small dreams have a little magic. And peace, love, and yo, we out!
Better throw some respect on my name. Gotta remind these folks on the daily, cause I ain't really been myself as of lately. My mind's evolving and my heart is changing. Starting to see the world how it should be. It's positively sweet, like a half full glass of tea. And I know every day my grandmama prayed for me. Hey, and I know exactly what she probably say about me. Give that girl some love.